Hey everyone, this is Pat, and on day 18 of my cross-country road trip, I meet up with longtime Prowler owners Dale and Bonnie Sumney, and get to see their impressive collection of classic cars. Yeah, I want to get this on video. It's a little dark in here.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Wow, very nice. Ooh. So is this I'm gonna try to guess the year. Late 70s maybe?
83.
83. 83. Okay.
They didn't make the first Buick Riviera until 82.
Okay. Now, being the way you've got this set up in here, do you ever drive it?
It hasn't been out of the garage in years. We got too
Really?
many cars to drive.
Okay.
We don't drive that much anymore.
Oh.
And these cars, that one's going to be next. I got to get that one out.
Okay.
1960 Buick Electra.
Okay.
Has 50,000 original miles on it.
Only 50,000 miles on it. Wow.
Yeah.
It's
You can open the door.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh man, these doors, they don't make them like that anymore. Wow. Oh, this is pristine in here. That's amazing. And this is all still original.
Yes, it is.
Wow. So, I mean, when you say original, meaning all the engine parts too and everything is still original as well, or have they upgraded any of that?
Yeah, well, it's got a transmission leak. That's why we haven't ran it.
Oh, okay.
That's my project list for this year.
Your project list, huh? Okay.
You know what this is.
Yeah, of course I know what this is. I hope it gets more driving in than these two.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you got the bra on here, which actually looks good. It looks okay on yours because
we've always ran the bra on it. I like.
I mean, it matches the color, so it doesn't like stand out
Yeah,
too much.
We usually have the hood bra on it too.
Okay.
So,
Oh, you even got the bumper bras. Wow.
Yeah. Everything kind of like looks custom.
Yeah. So who made the? I mean, obviously that wasn't very common.
Speed Lingerie makes it. Speed Lingerie makes all the ones, and the mirrors have them on it.
Yeah, I see that too. Yeah.
And Speed Lingerie makes some really nice stuff.
Okay.
It's like heavier duty than the rest
Yeah.
of these things,
Yeah. Now I don't have a bra on my trailer, but partly because when I got it painted yellow, it was blue before I got it. I painted it. Actually, it was red before that, and then it originally was yellow. So now it's back to its original. So now it's been repainted 3 times. Now it's back to its original color. But I didn't want to put a bra on it because it covered up half the paint job that I had, so I didn't want that on there. But what I did is on the fenders, I did put some.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, that's like it's a truck bed liner that I just painted on there. It doesn't look great, and unfortunately, after this trip, how many days I've been on this trip, there is some paint chips on the front, and it's looking kind of. It is looking kind. I mean, I'm gonna take the car in to get it all detailed on the trailer at some point. Just whatever they can clean up, whatever they can patch up on it. But I just. When you have a black trailer and a black bra, it doesn't stand out. But when you have the big black bra in front of a yellow trailer, it just didn't look right. So I didn't want to. I knew I was gonna take a chance, so I'd have to repaint parts of it. So I like your little strobe lights.
This trailer came from Buddy Collins had this trailer in Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, I met Buddy when I was there. Yeah.
We met Buddy's
okay.
3 times.
So this was his trailer.
Nursing Home National.
Yeah.
Larry Bell had a Nursing Home National.
Yep.
We went to a couple of them. That's where we met Buddy.
Okay.
And he brought this trailer up for a Prowler owner that used to live in Maryville, Indiana, about 25 miles from here.
Mm-hmm.
And he sold this guy had a yellow Prowler.
Mm-hmm.
I says, that's not. I said, it matches my car, don't match yours.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I was kidding him. No, he had a red Prowler.
Yeah. Buddy Collins has a red one. He has a red one. Yeah.
Anyway, he ended up selling it to me then, so I didn't have to go very far to get it.
Okay.
You know, we've only told him twice.
Well, wait a minute, didn't I can't remember their names. He was a lawyer. He owned that.
Ed Hall.
Yeah, Ed Hall brought it to us.
Yeah, he was.
We met at the restaurant. He dropped it off for us.
Yeah. But anyway, it was we ended up with it anyway because he found a guy that had 2 Prowler trailers, brand new, that never even been titled.
Wow.
Local. And
wow.
And it matched his car.
Okay.
And car. So
So that means So I mean, there were some trailers that were never sold, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I thought because I remember at the end.
This guy had them, but he never took them.
Oh, he bought them, and he never actually. Okay.
License plates on them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Some people were buying these,
Near the end there, probably near the end. Figure, I'll see if I can sell them for a few more extra bucks. Got that. Yeah. So I mean, now obviously being in the north, the Midwest, I mean, you got snow and all that. So this garage, does it stay totally sealed up in the winter?
Its garage is closed all the time.
This is my garage.
Well, it doesn't even look like a garage. Honestly, it looks like a museum. But obviously, when you take this out, obviously it opens up. But this is the only car that ever goes out, I presume, right? And you have another garage in the back for anything you normally would drive.
We have five cars.
Okay, well, I'm going to want to probably check that out too.
We have too many cars. We just.
No, we don't.
Okay, now this is unusual. It's the wife. It's the wife
car.
that says, "Oh, we don't have too many cars." Isn't it usually the guy that's?
She's the one that takes care of the cars. That's why everything is clean in here and shiny and.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they just all got waxed last week.
Oh.
Anyway,
So how many miles are on it so far now?
I think it's about 26,000.
You only have 26,000. Okay. Well, I'm getting close to that thanks to the strip mine.
Something I wanted to show you. We've never really done anything to the interior of the car. One thing.
Looks like you've kept it pretty stock.
Yeah, it's got about 26,000.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a flashlight.
Okay.
There's one around
Show you what I want to show you. Everybody puts. I know you have a battery tender.
Yep.
On your car.
Yeah, well, I keep it on it during the winter.
And one thing I did, she doesn't like to leave them on all the time. If you look right here, I mounted a battery charger right there, and it's hooked up all the time. And here's the cord.
Okay. Okay, so you can just plug it in whenever you need.
Yeah. So when we travel, we have a battery charger with us.
Oh, okay.
And then whenever I got this Marine Corps emblem, I made a bracket coming off the bracket I made for the battery charger.
Okay.
And it isn't actually on the grill. It doesn't touch the grill.
Okay.
So, but we've never done anything in here either. It's
pretty clean.
The car is pretty much stock all the way around.
So, did you get yours new originally? Did you buy it new?
No.
When did you buy it?
The story is, it was Christmas time, 2010.
Okay.
We were looking for a Prowler.
Mm-hmm.
We found one, a black one in Maryville, Indiana. It was on a dealer showroom floor. And we got there. We loved the car, but she had a bad feeling about it. So I said, okay, we won't buy it.
Okay.
So I got on the internet one day and I found this one.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Addison, Texas.
Okay.
It's a suburb of Dallas. And I showed it to her on the internet. I said, look at this. What do you think? I don't know. She didn't want to spend the money, you know. And every day I would go.
Was this car not old enough? I mean, considering the other ones, was that were you not too sure about this?
No, I wasn't too sure about the first one we saw, and this one.
She didn't want to spend the money.
This was sight unseen.
Okay, but were you interested? But were you okay him getting a Prowler though?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you wanted one too.
The first
Okay.
one I saw was black.
Okay.
And we were in Chesterton. We stopped at a red light.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy pulled up beside us in a black Prowler, and I could not take my eyes off that car until he went out of sight.
Okay.
In fact, I got chills telling you.
Yeah. I do see you have one mod here. It looks like you got the headrest chromed.
Yeah, well, we put those covers on.
Okay, so you do have that on there. Okay. I spotted one change you did.
And see, where was I at? Oh, okay. It was every day I would bug her about this car.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Christmas Day, 2010.
Yeah.
At 5:30 at night, and I made up my mind. I went in the bedroom. I says, "Look, we're gonna buy that car or not?" She says, "Okay." So I clicked on buy it now.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is Christmas Eve at 5:30 at night. It was delivered New Year's Eve, 2010. You know, just before dark. No, it was dark. It was dark. That guy pulled up out front of the car on the road. There was a big 2-car trailer and a big Dodge of some kind, I think, a dually,
Yeah.
and he had to unload an Audi and get this out because this was in front. And he
Okay.
actually climbed through the Prowler window to get out.
He climbed through the window.
He covered it nice.
Okay.
Little
But he
guy.
had, because it was so tight in there, he couldn't open the
He
doors.
couldn't open the door.
Oh, okay.
And those trailers have the wheels are in the way.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
Prowler doors wouldn't clear that. So anyway, he climbed out of that door. She brought it in here. And on the way up here, he ran into hail and he had bad weather.
Mm-hmm.
And he was worried about his trailer and truck getting hail damage.
Oh.
When we bought this car years ago, this is a front wheel drive car too.
Okay.
When I pulled the wheels off, and both front wheels were totally lined with grease.
Okay.
So that means the CV joints had been
And the grease was working its way out.
So I replaced both of the axles.
Okay.
This car, we only put a few thousand miles, a couple thousand
Drove
miles
back
on
to
it because we
Pennsylvania.
owned it for a lot of years.
Okay.
And that rebuilt
It has
axle.
like 131,000 on it, I think.
Okay.
I lost one of those boots on this one
Okay.
again.
You know, I should have guessed this. It was an 80s because it's got the square headlamps on it. I should have realized this was an 80s car.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it closely enough.
It's got 100
and it's not as long as the late 70s would have been either. They were a lot longer. This late 70s wouldn't fit in this garage. At least not positioned this way.
The unique story about the Buick Riviera is GM gave their executives Cadillacs to drive normally.
Yeah.
But this came out in '82. They wanted Buicks because they wanted a convertible.
Okay, because did they stop the Cadillac convertible by that point?
Yeah.
It was like 76. I think it was like around. Right, I think it was like around 75, 76 that they stopped making the Cadillac convertible.
Because the Eldorado was a sister car of this in '82, and they didn't make it into a convertible.
Oh, okay.
So in '83 they started making the Cadillac.
Yeah, I do remember a story that with in the 70s, the last Cadillac convertibles, everybody tried to buy them out thinking they were going to be really the last ones. And then, of course, in the 80s, they started making them again, and they all got mad about that.
This came in white or burgundy. Burgundy with interior burgundy and the burgundy inside and out, and then just white and burgundy. That's the only two colors they offer that year.
Okay. Well,
it's got a lot of miles on it. It's got 136.
Oh, okay. So it's had a good life. Okay.
But it's a Georgia car, and it is solid.
Okay. No rust, you mean?
Yeah.
One little place over here on the.
I mean, it made its way. Was it driven from Georgia to here? It would have gone.
From Georgia to Pennsylvania, and then from Pennsylvania here.
Okay.
My ex-husband had this car, and he offered to give it to us.
Okay.
And we got it. It looked pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
It was in terrible shape.
Needed some TLC. Like these front panels here these were missing.
Oh, these would tend to go. I remember I've seen many cars of this era that those panels are in bad shape.
Terrible plastic.
Yeah, because it's plastic. It just doesn't hold up.
3 out of 4 of them on the car were gone.
Yeah.
Weren't even on the car.
Yep.
So I went to the junkyard and got ones, and I painted them, and they looked real nice for years. Now they're starting to go down.
Well, they're changing color. Plastic does that. It's going to have a different. It's going to fade.
They really look nice when I put them on there. But I had the bumpers off, and we cleaned everything up and put it back together nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cleaned the whole car up. I touched it up here and there. And she buffed it and cleaned up pretty nice. The dash was loose in it. Somebody, I think, had changed the heater core in it. And anyway, it needed a lot of TLC. Put new tires on it. Mechanically, we really didn't do much to it except those axles, huh? It doesn't use any oil or anything.
I love the wood that they put in there, or at least you think it was wood.
Simulated.
Simulated wood grain is the way they would put it in the to make it. In other words, you don't call it fake; it's simulated.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's supposed to make it sound better.
Than fake.
It's like when they say pre-owned is better than used. Yeah, it's the same thing.
It makes it sound classy.
Sounds better, yeah.
These were re-chromed wheels too.
Okay, so is yours a '99 that had the silver wheels?
Yeah, well, I think all of them did. Did yours peel?
Mine haven't started peeling much yet.
Okay.
There's a little bit. The only problem I have mostly with mine, unfortunately, is because of the work I've had on the tires. And 2 of my tires, I had to have the rims fixed on them because they were bent. And the issue I have is that every time that they rebalance, they rip off all the old weights on the inside of the barrel, put new ones in somewhere else, and now I've got this gunk all over the old glue and all that from the weights, because they have to rebalance it every time they take it off and do something with it. Like when they put the new sensors in, well, guess what? That just changed the weight of it.
You know what I
So,
did?
so I would like to have something where at least what you did. I'm guessing you did something so you don't have. Oh no, it's still chromed in there. Is it?
Yeah, they're
It's still chromed. Okay, because I know
Well,
some
okay.
people have put like a black covering in there or something.
no,
that
they're,
make-
they're chrome. That was supposedly show quality chrome.
okay.
What happened was Buddy Collins had some rims at his place down there, and I bought them off him, and he sent them to the Rechromer in California, and then they shipped them to me.
Okay.
So
Yeah, at some point I will need to, and obviously mine have gotten probably a few more nicks and cuts on the trip, but
the company in California that rechromed them doesn't do them anymore. They had so many complaints about Prowler rim rechrome jobs. They
Okay.
quit doing them. And
Oh.
Mine, 3 out of 4 of mine come out okay.
hmm
But one of them, when she was washing it before we put them on, she washed them. She took a rag over it and a layer of chrome came off.
oh,
And it was copper underneath. They copper plate them before
Oh.
they chrome them.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that.
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they put
Okay.
a copper coating on them, and then they chrome over that.
Huh. Okay.
I don't, you know, that guy quit chroming. He says,
Yeah.
that's the last of the Prowler rims I'm going to chrome.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking if I do mine again, I will do something where I can get a different material on the inside of the barrel. I'm okay with that not being that, because I know they'll pit at some point. I know they get more, you know, it's just, and because of the weights and all that, every time that gets messed up. So I've seen some people where they put like a black coating in there of some other, I'm not sure what it is. It may not look as good as the chrome, but it'll look better than when it's all pitted. Either though.
My wife's a little bit OCD about things.
I kind of tell.
You know, she takes good care of stuff.
Yeah.
And when she washes this car, the inside of those barrels get clean. She doesn't leave them. She
No,
gets her
I would.
hand in there.
Yeah. Oh, then if she saw mine right now, she'd have a fit, because mine's been. It needs it. Like I'm saying, I'm going to get it all detailed when I get home, but it's a little rough. So, and just so people know that when I'm here, that it's not Christmas time, but you have all these Christmas trees. I'm here in May, so I just want people to see this and think that I didn't.
Christmas.
No, that's fine. I want to clarify to people. It is what is it, May 11th? Just so people know that I didn't come here in December. Later on, we went out to see more cars in Dale's second garage. There we go. This is the famous Prius.
Yeah. It's a 2016. We bought it on the show.
You're probably the only person that has a Prowler and a Prius, so they just could be any two polar opposite cars.
I know.
This car was 2 years old and it hadn't been sold yet. You know, so we bought it.
Really? Wow. The wheels are so tiny compared to that makes it more fuel efficient, I guess. So wow.
Good cars.
Yeah.
We never have any complaints about Priuses. They're good.
Yeah.
This Mercury has about 25 or 26,000 on it. I think.
Really? So is this early 90s?
It's a 2003.
That's-
Three.
Oh, it's a 2003.
Yeah.
That's right. They never really changed these
They
cars.
didn't change the body on them much.
No. So this is one of the last ones then, right?
Yeah, they
They,
made them actually till
Oh, wait.
2011.
2011. You're right.
Yeah, they made
That's
them
right,
all-
because this was the last body on frame car,
Yeah.
that was still sold up to that point. So this had the Lincoln Town Car was made out of this too, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was almost the same. That was the same car almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a new car yet.
Well, it looks like it. Yeah. You're right, though. I mean, I guess way off on the years, but you'd have to know all the little particular things, because otherwise the car never really changed all those years.
Yeah, we take it out every 2 years and get it pollution inspected and then put it back away.
Wow.
We just can't drive them all.
No.
I have a problem parting with cars.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is her dad's Lincoln.
Oh, wow.
It has 135 on it.
135,000 miles on it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess this is 80s, right? This 1980s range?
89.
89. Okay. At least I got the decade right this time. I was going to say, because it's not long enough to be a 70s model.
No.
No, the old town cars from before then were a lot longer than this. So is this the lift you're talking about?
Yeah, that one. You see those red things back there?
Yeah.
Back behind the car there?
Okay.
with the car off and
The red thing back there, the quick
Yeah.
lift. Okay.
Put those on this end of it.
Okay.
Raise it up and stick them on here.
Okay.
And then this end, you got this big black bar that runs all the way underneath there.
Yeah.
You gotta have the car up on it, like a ramp.
Yeah.
And then you put that underneath there, and then you jack it up, and then there's legs that swing down underneath here.
Oh, okay.
And it puts it up in the air pretty high.
Okay. So high enough. You got lower ceilings in here, but I mean not too high.
It isn't that high, you know.
No.
But you can go underneath that with a creeper. It's up high
Oh.
enough.
Okay.
But you can actually go underneath the ramp in it with a creeper.
Okay.
And it's kind of a pain to use because, we don't have a dedicated spot for it, so we
Yeah.
park the Lincoln on it.
So you still got old white wall tires on the.
Originals.
Those are still the original
The
tires.
original tires.
Wow. I was gonna say because that little thin white wall on there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that since. You said this was 2003.
Yeah.
So in 2003, they still made tires with that little white wall strip on there.
Yeah.
I thought that died off in like the 80s. I didn't realize that.
No, those are Michelin's.
But I mean, well, look how tiny it got by that point.
Why did they bother, right?
Why did they even bother? But I didn't realize that any tire maker was still making that little white wall strip that far into it. So.
And I had to special order these tires. Those were new tires, and that was the width that came on those cars.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That makes sense for an '80s car. Yeah, I remember that though. And this is now that's a hubcap on here, right?
No,
Or is that? Oh, that is. Oh, you're right. That is the actual wheel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't that common back then, was it? Or was
Yeah. No, they had wire wheels back then.
Well, yeah, the wire wheels, but
Hubcaps,
the wire wheel wasn't supporting the car though. I mean, it was a cap over it.
I don't know. I really
At
don't
least
know.
typically, because it wouldn't be strong enough to do that. I thought, but okay.
No,
No, you're right. Now that I look at it more carefully, you're right. That is the wheel.
This is the base town car. It doesn't have all the extra options on it. You know.
Well, these usually came with a lot of options already, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they were pretty loaded anyway, right?
You know why they didn't have all the digital dash and stuff that they had back then?
So that was an option then. They would have the.
Yeah, it was an option. When you buy the higher level car,
Yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
the names were,
Mhm.
and then that stuff just appeared, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Sunroofs and stuff.
But I mean, the condition of that, like, unfortunately, any of these that are still around, these Landau roofs would not survive.
Yeah, that one's still in good shape.
That's
I
amazing.
put new vinyl on it and keeps it from being dry.
Oh, you put stuff on it to.
It's called new vinyl.
The new vinyl product. Yeah. Okay. When you said new vinyl, I thought you meant that you replaced the vinyl when you said new, but no, I know what you mean about the new vinyl. Yep. Yep.
In this truck, that's a 2006 Dakota. It's got 9,400 miles on it.
Wow. Most people have a pickup with. Yeah, that's unusual. Why is this one not had? You just haven't.
Well,
We only got it to pick up fertilizer and stuff.
Okay.
because this one has averaged 57 miles a gallon since I've owned it.
Yeah, and this probably a lot less than that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you need to haul something, but this looks beautiful. I mean, it's like it does. You can tell there's hardly been.
Be surprised what you can haul in a Prius.
Well, that's true. That's true. You got the hatchback, so I mean,
Yeah.
it makes it easier. But
Yeah, it's a nice shape. Somebody's going to want that truck someday.
under the Ram brand, they're going to bring back the Dakota name. I think it's by 23, maybe
Yeah.
22, 23. There's going to be a Ram Dakota coming out, so they are going to bring it back because that's one thing that they don't have a small pickup.
Yeah,
So-
that's true. Yeah. This truck had some strange options on it. I thought heated cloth seats.
That's not that is maybe back then, but it's not that unusual now. My son has a Ram 1500 pickup, and it has cloth seats, but they are heated.
Yeah.
So, and I thought that was weird too when he told me that. I said they're cloth seats. I said that wasn't typical that they put heat in the cloth seats, but
We've never needed them on this truck. This is a fair weather truck.
Everything's there.
If you look up underneath it there, everything's like new. Yeah.
well, I mean, I can just tell from the body. And look at your tires. I mean, your tires barely look like they've been used at all.
They're original too.
Well, yeah, I was just going to guess.
We put these on.
You could, if you did, you could probably get a good price. If you actually did want to sell one, this one probably that'd be a rare find for somebody to get
Yeah.
Considering they don't, considering Dodge doesn't sell this right now.
And this, this was an optional cap.
Now, is there a hoist in there to lift it up?
It just tilts. It's all it does.
Okay, it's got the struts in there. Okay.
Yeah. Just a cover, basically.
How much can this thing tow, by the way? Do you even know? You know, I originally wanted to get something where I could tow my car, so I could tow if I wanted to take it places.
You know,
now that I've driven this trip, obviously I'm not doing that,
it's
but
got the V6 in it, and
probably wouldn't tow it very
no,
well.
I wouldn't tow anything that heavy
Yeah.
with it. If I did, you'd have to have aluminum trailer too.
Yeah, it would have to be a lightweight trailer. Yeah.
And then over here is
Now is that
Broken lawnmower.
this is our 2004 Hyundai XG350. I bet you never heard of one.
Oh my God! No, I have. I was looking over here trying to figure out what it was, but yeah, Hyundai had a really obscure model.
Yes, it was
The
never
X33.
advertised.
It was never advertised. It was. This is a rare car,
It's
actually.
a beautiful car.
Yeah, but it's rare. I mean, rare because nobody kept them around much.
This
So
was
through
a
the-
luxury car
Yep, you're right. Yep.
before the Genesis and all them.
Oh yeah, this is and actually, nothing against the car or you having one, but honestly, this didn't do well at first because back at that time, nobody trusted Hyundai to have a luxury car, and so this was kind of considered a joke. Nobody like, what are you doing? Nobody's going to believe you. Now look what they are. I mean, look at Hyundai now.
5-speed automatic transmission in it.
Okay.
It came with mag wheels, a full-size spare with a mag wheel in it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and the mirrors, when you put it in reverse, the
And
mirrors
I'm noticing. I'm noticing you got the mirrors that are folded up here. Yeah.
But it had that feature that when you put it in reverse, the mirrors tip down so you can see the curve.
Oh, they tip so you could actually see
And
the.
the seats are programmable in it. Power seats are programmable.
That was a
in it.
big deal back
And
then.
the trunk is just finished like the interior of the car.
Wow.
It's got a beautiful. Probably can't smell it. It's locked.
It's locked up.
So we put some wheels on it. Low profile
Oh wow,
tires
that's
on
some
it.
nice
It
chrome
just
wheels.
changed
Look at
up.
the chrome wheels on that. Wow.
This got 15,000 on it.
15,000 miles.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick look around the back. This is, yep, the XJ3. Yep, this is a rare car. I mean, rare because, again, not many people bought them.
I like when it was.
Not many people bought them, and then they'll still have one because a few people that bought them now just drove them, and now they're junk because people didn't take care of them.
Yeah, we had the windows darkened out, but it's a nice riding. It rides very soft ride.
Mm-hmm.
Almost too soft.
So what year was this again? You said
2004.
2004. Yep.
Yeah. We bought it new. We bought the truck new and the Prius new and of course the Mercury. It had 12,000 miles.
Because when I was walking up to it, I'm looking at the front end. I'm like, that kind of looks like a Lincoln, but it's not the Lincoln.
I like pulling into a dealership and a salesman approach you.
Yeah.
And I like to park this out there when it was new because I said, well, what kind of car am I driving? They look at this. I don't know. They didn't know what it was.
Well, the grill is similar to the Lincoln grill at the time.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just a little bit different enough that as I was walking up to him and going, okay, but I couldn't remember which one it was because again, this was not like
headlights.
Yeah, that was a big deal then.
Yeah, it's.
Wow, and it being this good of condition, this is another one that you'd probably have a hard time finding somebody that would want it though, honestly, because it's an obscure car that many people haven't even heard of.
On your travels, were there a lot of people that collect cars that you saw this trip?
Honestly, not most people I met have the Prowler, but they don't really have much else than that. This is probably the most. You have probably the most other cars to look at that I've had here, other than Larry. I mean, Larry Mays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Larry Mays, of course, had a whole bunch of other stuff there. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me out here today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I enjoyed seeing you.
Yes, I enjoyed seeing you. After my visit with Dale and Bonnie, I went to see Tom Mills, which will be my next episode. See you next time.